Hi, sweet friends. Have you ever felt like surrendering meant giving up? Like letting go meant losing control and maybe even losing strength? What if I told you that the greatest strength you could ever show is submission? Not to the world, but to God. Today we're going to be talking about what it really means to find strength in submission and how God uses every season of our lives. Yes, even the messy, chaotic, painful ones, to cultivate deep, lasting wisdom. So if you're new here, hi, my name is Amy, and I am a wife and a mom to 2 little boys. And here on this channel, I love sharing my journey, my walk with God, and how it is that I am stepping deeper into my purpose and my passion and my peace as a wife, mother, and homemaker. And I am so happy that you are here. If that sounds like you, I would love to have you hit that subscribe button, join me on this journey. But without further ado, let's get back to the video. We live in a culture that says strength is power, dominance, control. But Scripture tells a different story. 2 Corinthians 12:9 says, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." God's strength often looks like stillness, surrender, silence, obedience. Jesus himself, God in the flesh, submitted to the Father's will, even unto death. And through that submission came salvation. Maybe you're in a season that feels like winter, cold, barren, uncertain, facing so many unknowns. Or maybe you're in the fire, where everything feels like it's being stripped away, where you don't even feel like you recognize yourself. Each season has a purpose. Spring brings growth, summer brings fruit, fall brings change, and winter brings rest. It's not always obvious to us which one we are in, but God doesn't waste a single one. But this is where we don't rely on our own understanding. We don't rely on what everyone else is doing and telling us. This is where we rely on Him for His wisdom, for His guidance. God is not betraying you. He is not steering you astray. Ecclesiastes 3:1 says, "To everything there is a season." And in every season, if we submit our will to His, He promises to give us wisdom. Not the world's wisdom, but His. Let me be very clear. Submission to God isn't passivity. It's active trust. It's saying, "God, not my will, but yours." It's choosing obedience when we don't understand. And that takes so much courage. Strength and submission is when you lay down your plans and trust His. When you stop striving and start abiding. I can't tell you how many years of my life, especially in motherhood, that I spent striving for what I thought was the perfect image of motherhood. What I thought I should be versus what He was calling me to be. It wasn't until I stopped striving and I started waiting, sitting, being still, and asking Him for His guidance and surrendering control and asking for Him to take charge of my life, for Him to use me as a vessel, for Him to show me what it is that I need to know, what I don't understand. It wasn't until I started submitting that I really found the peace that I was craving, that I really found the fulfillment that I was hustling for. And guess what? It wasn't in any of the things that I was chasing. Godly wisdom isn't a quick download. It's cultivated. It's watered through prayer, grown through trials, and harvested in obedience. It takes time. It takes discipline. It takes commitment. This isn't a one-night stand. This is a long-term relationship. In order to reap the blessings, in order to really, truly build a legacy and a life, a marriage, a story that you love to look back on, it is going to take work. The hardest work of all being faith. If you feel like you're in a place of waiting, of breaking, or wrestling, I want you to know that He is not punishing you. He's pruning you because He wants to produce fruit that lasts. So what do you need to submit today? A relationship? A plan? An ideal? A season you didn't ask for? Whatever it is, I invite you to lay it at His feet. There is strength in that place. There is wisdom in that posture. Before I close out this video, I want to leave you with this passage from Sally Clarkson's book, Well Lived. If you choose to bow your knee and submit to the varied circumstances of your life, God will do miracles. If you trust and develop your integrity and an inner standard of holiness that isn't dependent upon cultural standards, the puzzle pieces will begin to come together. It's learning wisdom as you go. It's an understanding that no matter what your limitations, whether they're health issues, financial problems, a difficult marriage or divorce, a loss of friendship, or death of a dream, your life is meant to be filled to the brim with the potential of God's presence. His life, His light, His beauty, His blessings. But in order to thrive and heal in this legacy that you are planning, you must accept the limitations in faith. To trust in His faithfulness each step of the way and wait for His grace so that you can live a faithful story right in the place that you find yourself. And if you embrace your unique puzzle of life, you will find wholeness. You will move in the direction of wholeness. Does it take a lifetime? Yes. I look back on my life and it did take many, many, many seasons in the making, putting one foot in front of the other, one choice at a time. But as you look to God to slowly figure out how to put the pieces together, you will see a beautiful picture and beautiful themes emerging. You are a conductor of the story of your life and the lives of those who are under your care. Your story, lived faithfully, will become your glory, place where God builds messages, provides answers to prayer, teaches wisdom, and gives you seasoning so that you might be able to share it with other people. So, my loves, if this message spoke to your heart, I'd love for you to leave me a comment below. What season are you in right now? And how is God shaping you through it? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs to be reminded that there is strength in submission and wisdom in every season. And until next time, bye friends.